Good afternoon. It is the 5th of January, and this is actually the first YouTube I have done for 2021. A lot of things going on. Uh, First, my name is David, and a lot of folks call me Small Biz David, at least Google does. I have been spending time going over all the things that. Well, first I want to thank everyone for helping to make 2020 one of the uh, most productive and best years of my life. A lot of things happened, initiatives, uh, new programs, lots of new friends, and I want to thank everybody who was a part of that. 2021 is just it's already getting off the charts. I wanted to something caught my attention this week in an email that I got, and the teaser line was, "Use this acting technique to become a better leader." And I wanted to know what new acting technique I was going to have to learn so I could become a better leader. The point of power is using it effectively to benefit others. And this starts with managing yourself, much like actors do, writes Stanford University's Deborah Rutenfeld. Actors, she writes, must manage the performance anxieties and their fears, their feelings, their needs and insecurities, their desires, their habits, in order to bring the more useful parts out at the right moments. And that I had to stop, think about that for a while. It really hit hard with some of the things that have been happening. Well, have been happening in my life for lots of years. Actually, there was one time in my life. It was 1972 and 73. No, 1970, 71 and 72. I spent a lot of time uh, on a stage acting at the University of Cincinnati. It was really by accident, totally by accident. Was not my plan, absolutely not my plan. My senior year in college, I had all my credits done pretty early on, and so I had some time. I had one quarter, graduated a quarter early, but I had a quarter that I had a lot of things I could just learn about, fool around with. And one of the classes I took was um, an acting course, and one of the requirements of the course was that we audition for a university production. And I said, "Wow, I've never really done this before. What's this all about?" So I went and I, uh, I did the audition, and I actually got my very first time on a stage, really on a stage, performing. I got a lead role in a play, and there were four characters in the play, and I was the mind of the characters, but I was on stage for a lot of the production. The production was called Hatful of Rain, an early '50s uh, Broadway play, and I played the father in the production. Well, I didn't do a great job. The theater critic of the Cincinnati newspaper, who was covering the University of Cincinnati productions, when he reviewed our play. He said the acting job that I did was the worst that he's ever seen. He actually put that in print. And oh my goodness, there we go with another career starter. Well, I really didn't want to make a career, but as it was, there was about 4 or 5 other plays that year and the next year that I got involved with. But anyways, I've been intrigued because acting, sometimes it's a real accurate portrayal of life and human behavior and human interaction. Other times it's very, very fabricated, and not really accurate. Just depending on what the objective of the play is. But uh, I have decided. Well, I'm going to make a couple announcements today. But one of the things that I wanted to do in this episode 20 is first thank you for 19 minutes of your time. And I've got 12, a little over 12 minutes to go. And our show today is being hosted by the Generator. And at the end of the show, at the end of the broadcast, you'll learn a little bit about the Generator. But it's a major project that I tested pretty thoroughly in 2020, and it's based upon a concept that I actually use myself in a marketing sales program for myself back in 1978, and it worked back then. And I wanted to see if I could take the basic principles and the basic foundation and make them work today. Although obviously today's world very much more technology laden than it was back in 1978. But I put a QR code on the Generator, and if you that QR code will take you, if you scan it, it will take you to a web landing page. In this case, mylegacystory.site, but I don't want you to go there yet because I haven't. I've got 4 videos. I'm redoing one and adding 3 videos to that site, and we're not quite complete with that process yet. Hopefully, by end of day tomorrow, I will be complete with it. But it's been a lot of fun to just take all the best of the experiences that I've had in the last 50 years in entrepreneurship and small business, and to bring it up to date. And I've been very, very blessed in my lifetime in doing the things that I do. I would not recommend to younger folks, other folks, my business model, because it was very different, very challenging. Not to me, it worked for me, obviously. It took me through 50 years. But I decided that would create a project, create an idea, something that I wanted to do. I would put the pieces together and then do it. And I had very defined goals and objectives. And once I reached them, realized them, I would move on to the next project. Now, interesting enough, throughout my entire 50 years, a definite dollar amount, money that I would like to see being generated by the business, profit I would like to make, that has never, ever been a part of my thinking. Obviously, there's bills to be paid, so the projects I was putting together had to generate enough revenue. There must be enough revenue stream that I could have a family, send two sons to college, uh, or participate in two sons going to college, and all the other things that needed to get done. And um, that's why today and the things that we are doing are so much fun, because I'm pulling best practices, if you will, out of all the years of experience. So I wanted to go through real quickly. It's got to be quickly if I'm going to stay to 19 minutes. In 2020, I probably bought 12, 13, 14 domain names. When I come up with a project idea, I very quickly buy a domain name that will kind of brand what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. And I did a bunch of those last year, and even before that. And a lot of my websites are not active. I just can't keep them all active. But I wanted to share with you the ones that are going to be active for 2021 and how you might participate in some of the activities. And I'm just going to do these as GoDaddy lists them in my account. They just list my domains, so there's no priority of any kind. DavidsBabyBoomerBootcamp.com, and it's existed. Actually, I started it in 2020, early 2020. I have been an exercise instructor for 15 years, and I reflect a lot of my learnings and knowledge and testing and things that we did in DavidsBabyBoomerBootcamp.com. DreamingWithEntrepreneurs.com. Dreaming with Entrepreneurs is actually the umbrella site, brand, concept of everything that I do. I created Dreaming with Entrepreneurs in 2007, and it's done a lot of things over the years. This year it is very, very focused on goals and objectives, and so we're having a lot of fun with that. Okay, DreamingWithEntrepreneurs.tv. I did some things with that domain. You can actually go there and see some of the things that we did there. I have probably 3 or 4 videos at DreamingWithEntrepreneurs.tv. I have another domain which is exclusively mine, and when I'm doing any kind of presentation, marketing and sales, concept, sharing, I will do it at this particular site. I actually call DWE.solutions, but I do it it's for me and for projects that I do. MyLegacyStory.site. It actually is now the home for our project, Thank You for 19 Minutes of Your Time, the generator, a postcard concept. It's actually, the big concept is a web landing page, not a fancy website. It's a landing page where very specific, simple, focused actions occur. And common to all of the sites, these web landing pages that I develop, are videos. Videos are they're critical, they're crucial, they're essential in today's marketing and sales. So I have worked that concept into it. And I have to say, these web landing pages, I've actually built them myself. I came upon a program that GoDaddy has. It's called Website Builder. It's a template, and you just follow the template and build your site. And I can actually build a web landing page. The last 6 that I've done 7 or 8 this year, and the last one was, well, I build them in less than an hour, literally, from the time I buy a domain until I can actually construct the page. The basic foundation of that page, have to add a video to that. I do all my videos typically in YouTube, and it's very easy to pull a URL from YouTube to put it into a video player on one of the sites. That whole process takes me 20, 25 minutes, so it's been very effective for me. So we've got this web landing page. We drive traffic to the page with the postcard. And thank you for 19 minutes of your time. That's going to be standard. But what happens on the back, it becomes unique to the folks, the institution, the group, the association who is ever using that. The back becomes unique to them because it drives the traffic. Their QR code will drive traffic to their unique web landing page. Now, the wonderful thing, the bonus about this program is I will work with one-on-one with every single creative marketing sales system that we put together. I will work with it until I hit the submit button and your web landing page is live on the internet. Then I will step away for 50 days. You will mail your postcard to and personalize it. You'll handwrite it. Very, very important to handwrite your message to a prospect, an existing customer, a friend, whatever, whose ever attention that you want to get. You send the card, personalize it with your message, and then hopefully, it will drive a high percentage, believe me, well, it has for me, drive a high percentage of folks to your web landing page. They look to see what it is you are marketing, what you're selling. At the bottom of the page is a form, and if they're interested in what they see, they fill out the form, 3 lines, name, company name, I think, and what's on your mind. Three lines. You hit the submit button, and it comes directly to me, and then we go into action. The way that I have set the program up is in less than a week, we will create a web landing page. You and I working together will create a web landing page so that in week 2, you will be able to start mailing these. It's unheard of. It's done at an extremely cost-effective basis. You can, I've worked some relationships out with it's going to be 2 printers, but with the first printer that I used for this card, I am able to work in small quantities so that you don't have to buy large amounts. As a matter of fact, in the initial package, you'll have 100 postcards that you will send out in 50 days. Well, you can send it out longer, but you and I will get back together on the 51st day to analyze exactly what has been done and what next steps should be. It's very, very simple. It is absolutely the most efficient way I have ever seen any business, be they large or very small, whatever their size, to cost effectively create a way to reach a potential customer or an existing customer and be on a level playing field with everybody else. It's not like going on to the internet and doing all the best SEO that you could possibly do. And I've done a lot of stuff with SEO over the years. When Google Plus was still in existence, Hangouts on Air, I was able to build up a community following over 10,000 folks just by the various things that we were doing inside of Google Technology. That doesn't exist anymore, but um, it's more challenging now. It really is more challenging to build a community, and our program will do it. Our system will do it as effective as anything I've ever seen. And so there we are. Um, I don't have time. I'm at actually 20 minutes right now. You're going to hear me talk a lot about solopreneurs. Solopreneurs. I have actually bought a domain. What did I call it? Solopreneur dot services, and I'll be creating a bunch of creative marketing and sales system services that solopreneurs can pursue. A solopreneur, it's been over the years, for the last 10 years probably, it's been kind of a fancy name, a fun name, that a solopreneur is an individual doing entrepreneurial things. The intent is not necessarily to build a big organization. It is to do what you do best. Basically, what I've been doing for 50 years. I have been a solopreneur for almost 50 years. 10 years, no. 1 year, I actually had a staff of 15 folks, and we were building a magazine. So I was a solopreneur, but I had 15 folks that I desperately needed to publish the magazine. So solopreneurs are a major dynamic that is going to be happening as we get back into business again and our economy starts to grow. For a lot of reasons, we can talk about those reasons later, but more and more solopreneurs. Actually, if you were a solopreneur in 2020, you were as busy as you could possibly be. And I connect with a lot of solopreneurs, and I haven't heard one of them say that 2020 was not a good year for them. Very, very busy. So the impact, the dynamic of the solopreneur, and the next extremely important concept for the future of small business in this country is the concept of collaboration. How many collaborations can you, as a solopreneur, as a small business owner, how many collaborations can you build? The more collaborations that you build with other solopreneurs, other small business owners, working together, collaborating, that will be the long-term success of any business endeavor you pursue. I'm pretty confident about that. And then finally, last thing I will mention, over the weekend, I got an epiphany, an entrepreneurial epiphany, and I'm going to produce an internet show. The domain that I bought over the weekend is justbantering.tv. So on justbantering.tv, we are going to be producing shows about that where the content is bantering, all kinds of bantering, and I'm really excited about it. And last couple of days, I ran a little experiment on a Facebook page that I follow, that I'm on, and I threw some things out there, and the amount of response that I got from those. I just did a couple postings. It's pretty simple. things. Um, there's been in the postings I've been doing in the last 48 hours. There's been close to 500 people that have read them, put the smiling faces on, put the hearts, the thumbs up, or actually have commented. So I'm going to move forward with justbantering.tv sooner than I thought. And I am going to invite all the folks, and there's 21,000 folks who are on this Facebook page. It's a really incredible page. I don't want to mention it right now. You'll hear about it in the future. Well, if you follow me, you know what page it is. But I'm going to invite anybody who is on that page to come and banter with me for either 15 minutes, 19 minutes. 19 minutes will be max if I've got just well, I'm not. I'm putting the dynamic together. We're actually, I think I really visualize a what was the name of that show, Hollywood Squares, where there's there were 9 different stations. I think that's how we're going to banter in stations like that. And I have a friend, a technology video guru, who I'm going to ask to technically produce that show for me from the technical aspect. So that's where we are. 2021 is already a wonderful year. And if I've said anything to you today that you want to get involved with, particularly my Just Bantering .tv show, send me a text message personally to me, to my Google Voice over IP number, which is 513-696-6249, 513-696-6249. Text me, tell me what your interest is, how you might want to get involved. Then you and I will do a Google Meet, and we'll have a video discussion and brainstorm what you'd like to do, the idea that you have, the question that you have. So come join us in 2021. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of great things are going to happen. Hopefully, millions upon folks will get vaccinated, so that we can get back to somewhat of a normal life. But there is a new normal, so we don't know what that new normal is yet. We are learning, for sure. Actually, I'm hoping, it sounds like I'm going to be able to get vaccinated before the end of January here in Cincinnati, based upon some things I've been hearing. So that's it. Oh, I forgot to talk about word of the day. The word of the day is flexibility. The more flexible you can get, and I'm talking, well, life or business, the more flexible you get, that you can become, that you can build yourself with flexibility. The greater the flexibility, the more things you're going to be able to do and realize and have fun with. My name is David, and I'll see you the next time, which my old friend from a long time ago, Jaime Williams, used to say, the next time, which may very well be the best time.